Okay, hello, welcome to another Trading Blue video. My name's Kevin Orme. I just want to show you an indicator we use in the group. It's something that I developed for the group, programmed into a free trading platform called TradingView, and it's something that is exclusive to our group. But if it's something that you might be interested in, then just contact me on the Facebook page. Just send me a message, and I'll see if I can get you into our introductory group so that you can have a look at what we do and how we use this over a period of a week. Now, the reason I want to show it to you is because it doesn't matter if you're a novice trader, if you have no idea what Forex is, or from those of you that consider yourself to be advanced traders, that trade patterns or fundamentals, whatever it is you're into, I think you might find this interesting. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen and let's have a look at the charts. Just bear with me a moment. There we go. Okay, so you see on my screen here, I just have a GBP USD. For those, I'll take this from the novice level, but for those that really don't know much about Forex, these are just price bars basically, and the blue represent price going up, the red represents price going down. So it's just like when you go on holiday, you exchange money, British pounds for US dollars, you're going to get a set rate. You see the rates over here on the side, and it may well be that when you go out to the US or whatever way around it is, you'll get a certain rate down here, and by the time you come back from the US, it's gone up, and there'll be a difference in the, if you have any money to exchange on the way home, there'll be a difference in the exchange rate. So basically you've traded Forex in the past and probably don't even realize it, but there's an easier way to do it, and that is by looking at the charts. Now, what we have is we have a group that uses certain tools, and the tools come from a company that is very well established and growing rapidly. Nearly 7 years now, this company's been going, very, very well established, as I say, and our entire group use the tools that come with the particular company that we use, and also in our group we have devised, and as I said, I programmed a tool for our exclusive use. So that's something that you can't get from that particular company. So you have the best of both worlds if you come into my group. So what are we looking at here? So this is a 1 hourly chart. Every bar obviously represents 1 hour in price. And all I'm doing here is just looking at a particular pattern. You can see like this, the price bars seem to go sideways here, drop down, come back. And we like to work out how we can trade this. Now, obviously I'm looking in the past where we are sitting right now. The market, it's a weekend, the market's closed. So when the market's closed, that's where it all was happening, just there. That was the last price bar until the market's open on Sunday evening UK time. So just looking back, I want to demonstrate something. We have a thing, what we call here, basically a head and shoulders pattern. And this TradingView platform allows you to draw these patterns. Now, this might look complicated. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Basically, we're just drawing some lines just to get like a pattern on the chart. So you can see here that I've created a pattern here. It's what we call like a little left shoulder and a head, and back draw the right shoulder. So just going to go equidistant from the left shoulder more or less, just draw a line and then just draw that and finish it off. So we've got this sort of upside down head and shoulders, if you like. So we have a shoulder, if this is the head facing down and the shoulder. And what tends to happen is price moves in particular formations. It tends to come along, create this left shoulder, we create a head, comes up, and then retraces back like it did here, this left shoulder, and then goes up through the neckline. Now, a lot of traders, basically what they would do is enter the market around about here. Let me just show you. A lot of traders will enter the market around about here on this particular setup, looking for this move to the upside. So that's great, but often the market may not comply, and it may just keep on dropping, and potentially you might get it slightly wrong. So what we do is we filter it. We're looking for this sort of move going that way. So what we do in our group or individually, and this is what I do as a trader, I like to apply some additional confirmations to this little area. And the way I do that is I will tend to drop down for an entry on a lower time frame. So you can see here like a 15-minute time frame. I just go and find the head and shoulders that I draw. This is like a zoomed in version, and you can see that because I'm looking for price to go in this general direction. As I said here earlier, this was roughly where the traders, generally speaking, will be looking to enter the market, around about here for this move up, potentially ride this down and up again. Okay, but what we do is we use our tool. Well, we just change the type of bars to what we call Heikin-Ashi bars. Just go back again, and then I'm going to apply our secret sauce to this, and you can see now that overlaid on the chart we have these little signals, and it's called a BYOB down, BYOB up. It's just terminology. We like to call it be your own bank. This is what it means, but it's just a name we've given to our indicator. Now we can see that the low where the head is here, straight after the head has been created, we get what we call a BYOB up, which is a nice little signal for us, and I can measure roughly how many pips we could have taken, 40 odd pips on this particular chart to the upside. But as you recall, I was saying that we're looking for this left shoulder. That's already happened. We wait for this retracement. So rather than wait, we know that trend is our friend, and we want to go with the trend. So our little BYOB indicator gives us an indication as to when the trend is in our favor, and it takes in many factors. So as you can see here, we had an entry point just below here on the screen. Forget the down arrows, because this is a swing low situation, meaning we're expecting price to drop down and come back up. So we're ignoring these that would go against the flow, and just taking those that we expect to go with the trend. So here's an entry point there, and if I just a quick 45 pips. So a pip can be worth whatever you want it to be. Depends on your account size. It could be worth $1, £1, 10 pennies, 10 cents, whatever you decide is for you. Now, I'm not making any income claims here, and I can't say that future performance will reflect past results. But what I can say is that traders tend to trade with the trend, and this indicator and the way that we approach the market will help you out. Now, you can't trade indicators on their own. That's not what they're designed for. So hence the reason that I've overlaid this market structure here and applied these little indicator. So as I said, as you can see, we had the retracement here, already measured that one up to 40 odd pips. We had a nice retracement again, and we have another indicator here, which would have taken us up to what we call the neckline of 50 odd pips. In fact, it took us a lot further if you stayed in the trade on a 15-minute chart for 79 pips. And then we can walk away, and we can wait for the market to do the same thing again. Now, if I just go back to the hourly time frame, and let's go back to our ordinary candles again, just to look at the market structure. You can see this is what we had before. And as you can see here, I'm going to take this off because to save any confusion. Now the market has moved to the upside. We see this bit of retracement going on up here, and we can potentially see another shape forming in the market. So something like this, we can just put a market structure on. Just draw that from there, equidistant to there. I'll just drop that down so you can see the bigger picture. And basically what we were looking for, again, it's like a bit of a symmetrical market. There was the head there. I can draw a line and dissect the chart if you like. So what we tend to do is this. We like to look at the market when it's something like this. And when we get our head created, now the head will be indicated to us by the tools that we use. Okay, and I'll show you that quickly in a moment. So as price moves on, we're expecting it to retrace. We can move to the upside and retrace and sell off. So what did we get on this time frame? Now I'm going to go down to the 15-minute again because we find this is a better entry. We teach all this in our group. So we had this sort of price activity. Now, like I said, we just zoomed in. We're going to change my candles again to Heikin-Ashi and then have another look to see what entry points we get. So immediately after the swing high, we get what we call BYOB down this time, because we want, this is an upright end shoulders, if you like. There's the left shoulder, if you can imagine looking in the mirror. There's a shoulder, there's your head. and there's the upper shoulder. And immediately we got some price movement after this swing high here, this head, a BYB to the downside, price go, and then push down even further. So again, on this particular currency pair on a 15-minute time frame, it's approximately 50 odd pips in that. Then we had the retracement as we expect, and then we have a second entry here for our BYB down. And again, worst case scenario, you've taken 90 pips out of the market. Now that's just one currency pair. Now we're on my charts here, you can see that I have I think it's 28 currency pairs I've got set up on here, and that would have been 2 trades potentially in the last week that would have more than been adequate for my requirements, my personal trading requirements. So now, don't get confused with the lines on the chart. This is a very, very, very simple pattern, and you don't have to know how to draw it, because in the group I'm going to show you how to, by just drawing 2 rectangular boxes from certain points in the market. I will show you how to apply when price comes through this little boundary, retraces, and then you enter the market. Now, again, this is all within our group and it's exclusive. This indicator you will not get ordinarily. I've just taken it off. You cannot get it. I am the creator and programmer for that indicator. So if you're interested, then let me know. I can always see what's happening here. This is we're at the end of June, 28th of June today when I'm doing this 1:30 in the afternoon. And already I'm interested in this market. There's a pattern forming here that I'm going to wait for the markets to open and potentially look at trading this particular market. In fact, I do believe I've already put some lines and boxes on here on the 60-minute. I did that. Yeah, okay, anyway, so right. So if you are interested in learning to trade, if you want to join a group that supports each other, where we have live trading, I'm one of the live traders in our particular group. So we do over 25 hours live training per week, and that is Monday to Saturday, and that includes cryptocurrencies if you're interested in that. So not only do you have a plethora of information coming your way, you can take it at your own pace. Just come and join us. We have our own exclusive indicators and not available outside the group, and they're not for sale. You can't buy them. You have to be a group member, and we trade them successfully. And we can show you that you only need 10 pips per day to make a reasonable income. And again, I want to stipulate, I am not a financial advisor. I am not giving financial advice, and I'm not saying that future performance will reflect past results. What I will say is we are extremely successful as a group, and our percentage strike rate is extremely high across the group itself and individually. So if you're interested, trade in Blue FX on Facebook, or click the link below here in the text and contact me, message me. If you want to get on Zoom with me, not an issue. If you want to get on a group Zoom, not an issue. But what I will do is make sure that you have a 7-day trial of our group so that you can sit and watch, take part, and see exactly what we do. Believe me, you miss this opportunity, then in this day and age with what's going on in the world, you really do need to come and join us and see what we do. You won't regret it, I promise. But enough for now. Hopefully I'll see you on the other side. Don't forget, come over, contact me. I'm there to help, and so are my fellow traders. Thank you.